Good afternoon, everybody. You are listening and watching 4 Deep Sports Talk here on the news station, 1320 AM WARA, and online, all one word, 4deepsportstalk.com. We'd like to get out a quick message from one of our supporters. 4 Deep Sports Talk is made possible by the generosity of. That's why the Sportsmaster reads this promotion. Generosity support of Diesel Direct. Diesel Direct boosts. In 46 states, boosts over 900 delivery trucks. 4 Deep Sports Talk would like to congratulate Diesel Direct on their 25th year anniversary. Thank you, Diesel Direct, for helping us support us and to provide a platform for high school and youth athletes. See, that's why the Sportsmaster does this. So we'd like to give a big shout out, and we are very pleased, I know I am, to have the Girls Basketball Player of the Year here in 2023-24. She is the only junior in our 5-year anniversary doing this. I believe it was Rosa from BR. She won it 3 years ago. But Kat, thank you. I'm glad you're feeling better.
Yeah, thank you.
And thank you for coming on today.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
Oh, absolutely. So, we're going to jump around. We should have warned you because, God knows, he'll say a question, he'll make me lead into another question. So if I back up in time, I'm apologizing in advance. If you want to call in and if you have a question for Catherine Cheeseborough, 508-222-1320. This will re-air off our YouTube page and off Teleview Connect, national website for Access TV. So how long have you been playing basketball?
Ever since like third, fourth grade, I kind of started there, and then joined like an AAU team, and then have just been trying to develop my skills as I've gone on. Nice.
I was watching. I know sometimes I say it wrong, cheating, but to get some info, Vin, I was watching her interview on Channel 4, WBZ. So this kid, she's like a hockey player in the sense where she opens the gym at 6 o'clock in the morning when nobody's at school so she can work on her shot. And I think that is so awesome to see that. And I had to rewind like 6 o'clock in the morning. I thought hockey skaters start at 6 o'clock in the morning. Yeah. Right? Yeah. You're a hockey skater. Yeah. You guys are usually lacing them up at 5 in the morning, right?
4:30 a.m. wake up.
Right? So you said 3rd and 4th grade, correct?
Yes.
So what was the big deal? Was it just you watching the kids play or watching the pros play, and you wanted to give it a shot? Or how did that all come about finally to want to play basketball, I guess?
I mean, yeah, it was a little bit of that. I've always been interested in sports, and I think my parents just kind of had me try everything, and then I just really liked baskall.
Now, do you have any little brothers or little sisters?
I don't. It's just me.
Just you?
Just me.
I was going to say maybe she'd be motivated by that, the older brother likes to pick on a little sister, but that's not happening. One of those deals. We're also on TikTok. If you go to 4 Deep Sports Talk on TikTok, we're on the TikTok page. And now Catherine's going to start, as she's getting zooming there on Kat Cheeseborough, as she's getting ready to. If I pronounce your name wrong, she's going to correct me, which is awesome. She has no problem yelling at me, I'll tell you that. But again, 508-222-1320. So, again, I jump around. So when you found out you won this award, did you do research on the whole company and what we're about?
I did. I actually looked at your Twitter page to see to kind of the background and everything. Yeah. And I was just really grateful that you guys were able to honor me with this award. Oh,
it was our pleasure. Like I said, it was a no-brainer. I remember you as a sophomore putting on shows on either BR or Brockton and all those other high schools. We have some great sound clips we're going to play at the end of each break, and you'll hear me and Miles Jackson. This is referring to the Brockton game where she just had so much fun and did what she did best. So I know you have some questions you want to dive in. So why don't you dive in before I start rambling? I'm starting to sound like a broken record over here. I apologize.
So obviously you're a junior and you're going to play again next season. What have you done to stay into basketball shape? Have you been playing with your AAU team, some solo workouts? What have you really done?
Yeah, I took basically a 2-week break before AAU season. So right after high school season, took 2 weeks and then jumped right into AAU and just been kind of trying to like work out a little bit and then get shots up as much as I can.
What AAU team do you play for?
I play for Honey Badgers. It's out of North Attleboro, close out of here, so it's good.
Do you play with any of your teammates from Dartmouth?
No one from Dartmouth is on the team. It's a lot of people that go to like Fian or Foxborough.
A lot of Hockomock guys.
Yes, a lot of Hockomock.
That's cool. That's pretty cool.
I know some girls that played for the Honey Badgers.
You do?
Yeah.
So I want to know, not to get too off track here, so do they have like a big honey pot on their jersey or just say Honey Badgers? Is it too cute to wear on the basketball court?
No, it's just
kidding.
basically,
So when did you start doing these conditioning workouts when you showing up at 6 o'clock in the morning to the high school? Is that something, or how did you try to do when you were younger? Did you like just hit the gym with dad and mom? And
Yeah, well, freshman year, just was really trying to prove myself, and I knew I just had to work hard, so I would always get there early in the morning, because I didn't really have time after school. I'm very busy after school, so just had to make time to get shots up, stuff like that.
now going into your junior year, what did you want to work on? I know he kind of touched on that, but I'm thinking more, coming into this year, was there a certain mechanical thing you wanted to work on?
I mean, I'm a big penetrator, so just trying to be strong, create shots off the dribble. I feel like my sophomore year, I kind of just did a lot of like catch and shoot and then like that, but this year I was really able to create a good mid-range game. That was the big thing for me. I really utilized my mid-range game this year.
Now, what about defensively? Is there anything you want? Where you play more at the top of the key, right?
Yes.
So it's hard to find the cutter or the wing cutting in.
Yeah.
How do you sense that? You just try to go off the eye contact of the defender or the ball carrier in front of you?
Yeah, I just try to watch their eyes and then their hips to see like where they're gonna go.
See if they're going to cheat. See if they cheat that way. Yeah, that's what you try to say in football. The hips don't lie. The hips are going to tell you the direction they're going in.
Yeah, exactly.
So we're good on time, sir?
Yeah, got like 5 minutes.
Nice. So is there any, I thought it'd be cool if you wanted to maybe shout out to people now, we'll probably do it at the end of the hour, that helped you along the way. I thought it sooner rather than later.
Yeah, I just want to thank, obviously, my teammates. They really pushed me to work harder, my AU teammates and my high school teammates. I want to thank my parents as well. They supported me throughout everything that I've done. I want to thank my coaches, again, for always pushing me, for always trying to get me to be the best version of myself. So.
Now, when you came into Dartmouth High School, and I'll just go one more question because I know you have a bunch more. When you went into what was the biggest transition for you going from middle school to high school for you personally?
Are you talking about like basketball?
Yeah, basketball. Yep, sorry.
I feel like I was used to always being the leader for middle school and stuff, but when you go to high school as a freshman, there's obviously, you're playing with girls that are 3-4 years older than you. So I feel like just kind of following, like seeing what they do, how they lead a team. It was just kind of nice to see that.
All right, what do you got, yo, man?
So obviously, when everyone's watching basketball, everyone's focused on the offense, and the offense stands out. And obviously, you have a great offensive game. But when I was looking at your stats, what really stood out to me was your defense. You had 3 steals on defense. I just kind of want to know, like, what's going through your mind on defense? Like, is it a great scheme where your coach has you in a position to succeed? Is it the people around you, or is it just, you want to step up on defense and take the ball?
Yeah, I mean, he does try to put me on like one of the best players on the team. So obviously they're getting a lot of touches with the ball, and I just try to play them honest. If there's time for a steal, try to get the steal. But one of the best parts of my game is my transition game. So I think that if I work really hard on defense, I'll be able to get easy layups on the other end.
Yeah.
So going off his question, as far as you reading the ball off the steal, you're basically trying to anticipate. Is there a certain, besides the hips, is there another part, mechanical wise, as far as the offensive player in front of you that you're watching to make that jump reaction?
I would say it's really their eyes too. A lot of people don't really use ball fakes that well. Like they kind of show you like where they're going to pass the ball. So I feel like main thing is just the eyes. I try to see where they're looking with that.
Oh, okay. I was just curious because in the clip you're about to hear, She already had two. I don't even think they were in the first half. She already had 2 steals in that Brockton game, and I wish I grabbed the BR tape. I don't know if I could get on the huddle, but God knows how many you had then. But every year, so you're going. You're fresh. Didn't you play varsity your freshman year?
Yes.
So your sophomore year, was there a team you personally wanted to measure yourself against coming into your, let's say, your sophomore year? Like, oh, I'm looking forward to playing Durfee. I'm looking forward to playing Stang or somebody like that.
It was BR. BR was the team that we were always trying to compare ourselves to try to beat, because obviously they're a league rival. They've always been so good, so well coached. And they obviously won the league for the past, I don't know, I think it was like 16 years or however long it was. So we were always trying to beat them, try to compare ourselves to them, try to be like them.
How do you think Coach Cheryl Seavey tried to beat you over there? What was the things you could see, like, oh, they're going to try this against me? They're going to try that. What was some of the things they tried? How they tried to take you out of your game?
They played a lot of zone.
Yeah.
They tried to pack in the paint, because they knew I like to drive to the hoop. So obviously that was tough. Had to rely on my outside shooting and just finding my teammates in those games.
I was just curious how you.
Yeah.
How they would shut you down. And you mentioned Coach Seavey was a good, she's just like our coach, 2 good coaches that know basketball. All right, we're ready?
We got like a minute left.
A minute, good. Okay, we can keep on going.
So you said that you usually guard like the best defender or the best player on the other team. Do you have to like study, do you like watch film or anything, try to know what the other players are doing, know their strengths and weaknesses?
Yeah, before each game we have like a little scouting report, but I kind of, usually the better players, I've played against them or I've seen them like through AAU. Usually like they play AAU, so I've kind of been able to like understand, like know their games, but sometimes I'll watch like film to see how they play.
Yeah, that makes sense.
She's dedicated, I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
If I was her age, I want to jump in the pool and drink some soda. Last thing I want, especially in the summertime, if it's the wintertime, I'm probably going to sit up and watch, me being the nerd that I am, probably watch a Star Trek or a Star Wars show. I'm just going to, take, and it was my own fault. I mean, you think you're all that, but I mean, God, good for you. That's pretty.
Thank you.
That's awesome. Being that well, being that sharp and realize, just in case they throw something at me, let me see what they're gonna. Because sometimes, you might not see them to the playoffs.
It's true.
And I mean, that's basically what Whitman Hanson did in the game, your home game. They just had enough horses to slow you down and slow your team down.
Yeah.
And it is what it is. I mean, hats off to Whitman Hanson. Their scheme worked and they moved on. Blah blah blah. But they knew how to take you out, and they just had the horses to do it. We're ready.
Yeah, we're ready.
All right, we're gonna get a quick soundbite here with Catherine Cheeseborough. You are listening to 4 Deep Sports Talk here on the news station, 1320 AM WARA, and online, all one word. We'll be right back with Catherine Cheeseborough and more right after this.
Hey everyone, this is Catherine, aka KC from 4 Deep Sports Talk. I just want, before we continue interviewing Cat Cheeseborough, I wanted to give a shout out to some people on TikTok, I wanted to give a shout out to Gavin Halstead. He sent a rose. Thank you so much.
Whatever that means.
And Cardinal sent the heart me and 10 team bracelets. So I wanted to say thank you all so much for doing that. New class mob. This is Cat Cheesebro. Someone wanted.
We gotta have her come on more often. We're getting all these things on TikTok.
Yeah.
We got bracelets. We got
And
this. We got
feel,
that. That's
Feel free
awesome.
to comment any questions you all have for her.
Yeah, absolutely. I was waiting for my two buddies to chime in, but I know they're working. They're covering
Monica
the
with the
stories.
hat and mustache. Thank you so much.
All right, moving right on. Why don't you just dive in that question, sir?
So obviously, high school team, you're losing players left and right. But what is your team looking like for next season? Are you losing seniors, gaining freshmen, things like that?
Yeah, we only graduated one senior this year. She had a main defensive role, rebounded really well for us. So that's gonna obviously hurt us on the defensive end a little bit, but those are things that everyone can work on. Everyone can contribute to rebounding, playing better defense. We have a couple freshmen coming in, some people transferring from, I think we have a girl that's transferring from Stang that's coming in, so hopefully we can get some good pieces added to the team.
So are you going to be a captain this season?
Yes, I was last season too, and then Coach Jalbert said that I was going to be captain this season too.
What do you do, so I played hockey, and obviously our whole mentality was chemistry and keep the team together. Is that kind of your mentality too? Do you guys do workouts and stuff like that, kind of just hang out, stuff like that?
Yeah, I would say that was really big for us because we were a very close group, and we try before the season starts to get shoot-arounds a little bit, just try to get a basketball in people's hands so we're prepared for the season to start.
A quick shout out to Lucia Cabral, who is away in the Sportsmaster Justin Ferrer. I apologize. I should have done it at the beginning of the show. You have a question?
New class mob on TikTok asked if you could have a superpower in basketball, what would it be?
Oh, what a question. That's different.
That's a good question. I would say just the ability to have a very good vertical so that I could dunk, because obviously in the girls' game that's not very big yet. So I feel like that give it a huge advantage to that.
Nice. There you go.
Yeah.
So the camaraderie, say it 3 times fast, Dominic, before I bite my tongue. How do you, now, to get more into it, do you guys do pizza night? Do you guys get together and stuff like that? Because I know these guys, I remember they used to do that at BR. Mm-hmm. I was curious, is that something you guys do, a movie night, just hang out?
Yeah, we have a lot of team dinners.
Nice.
We'll do different activities throughout the season. We're kind of close in the off season too. I mean, obviously we all have our own things going on, but we still try to stay close. But yeah, we do a lot of different team bonding things during the season.
That's cool.
Yeah.
So if you guys ever have a pizza night, pasta night, you need someone to sample, I can change my plans to help out. Just
we'll
to let
have to
you know.
have you at the next one.
There you go. Just make sure you have enough for everybody else. I love pasta. So we talked about Bridgewater Raynham, how much Coach Sheevy tried to take care of the game. We talked a little bit about Women Hanson. That's over and done with. What did you learn from those two experiences? One, Coach Sheevy trying to take you out of the game, and Whitman Hanson unfortunately succeeding in getting you off balance.
Yeah, I mean, obviously it's tough playing in games like that, but I mean, this season I feel like I'm really going to see that a lot more. So I feel like that was just kind of practice for what the season's going to be like. Try to watch film, try to see what different things I can improve on.
Right.
Because I feel like this season I'm really going to see a lot more of people playing zone and then maybe double teams and stuff like that.
Has Coach mentioned, have you guys had a chance to go over the last game as a team, the film at all?
We have not. We have not looked at that film. I'm sure before this next season he'll bring it up to show us what that. I feel like it'll be really good for us to see, because that's what most teams I think are going to do to us. So.
Oh my God, yeah, I would. Huh.
I feel like, especially since people have saw that worked.
Right.
We usually, a lot of the games this season, the games that we've struggled in, that have been harder for us is when teams play zone or when teams throw double teams at me.
Right.
Because then I'm forced, obviously, to give up the ball.
And it's usually one of the fastest people on the court trying to catch up to you.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. You know, you can see it all. You see it all the time. If you look at some of the tapes, even on YouTube, that they had of her, It's just you have this. Once you hit your third step, I think, and you take off, you're gone.
Yeah.
Now it's just a matter. And I know you're not, I know you're not 6'1", 5'11" with those bigger girls that can take that shot. So, and then you're worried about, unfortunately, some teams you play, and this is no disrespect in these high school. They're not. It's not that they're not prepared for the game, but some of these girls are playing over their head. And what I mean by that is, they'll get in your way accidentally.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like throw the shoulder or maybe throw a hand, and you're saying to yourself, that goes, just slap me in the face.
Yeah, and it's not even like it's purposely. It's just they don't really have control, I feel like, over their own body sometimes.
Right.
So.
Do you judge that sometimes? I mean, without mentioning, of course, I'm not mentioning any schools. I have a couple in mind. But without mentioning schools, do you look at that going into the game like, oh, my God, last time I was here, that girl, that they checked me out of the play? And, do you look at that sometimes?
Yeah, I mean, definitely going to some of the games, we, as a team, we kind of talked about that, how some teams we're almost going to use that to their advantage. I mean, some teams, that's just how they are.
Right.
So I feel like we just have to remember that before the game, then just try to play our game.
Right. So I'll let you go. I'm sorry. Remember, cut me off anytime.
No,
Don't be
it's all
afraid
right.
to
You
cut
can
me
keep
off. Huh? Do you have another one, or are you good?
I'm good.
So to get to my next question was off the one, as I ramble on again, I apologize. I have a lot of questions for it because I'm a fan. That's what it's the sports people that are fans, So we talked about how you would make that adjustment. How do you try to reach out? What do you bring into the table, your captain, your senior year, that you might not have brought your junior year? Is there something that comes to mind?
I mean, I feel like the big thing is that besides like summer league, a lot of the girls don't touch a basketball, and you can tell just like going into the season, while these other teams that we play, like when we play teams in the Hawk or stuff like that, those girls touch the basketball all year round, the majority of them.
Yeah.
And it just makes a big difference seeing that. So I'm really going to try to get just people, the girls on my team, to really just have a basketball in their hands. I know they're doing other things, obviously during the summer and then the fall, but just here and there, it'll make a difference before the season starts.
Now, do you guys have a big garage with a basketball hoop in the garage? I mean, on the driveway?
Do we?
Yeah.
We have a friend that actually has a half-court, like, basketball
Nice.
court. Yeah, so we went there a couple times before the season started. So she lets us use it kind of
Right.
like any time that we want.
I don't think the MIAA is going to send out an investigation crew just because you and the girls want to get together and goof off and
Yeah.
have some fun. Wow, that's pretty cool. Have you on court to warm up and get ready for the season? As long as it doesn't rain and too cold, I mean, you're good to go, right?
Yeah, it's indoors too, so
It's
nice.
indoors,
Yes.
too?
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Sure, there's been a lot of hours spent there, huh?
Yeah. Are we having spaghetti night there? No, I just want to double check. I'm just.
Best dessert to eat after basketball.
After basketball, I'd say probably some ice cream. It's usually what I try to have.
What flavor?
I like coffee Oreo. It's my favorite
Really?
flavor. Yeah.
With Jimmy's or no Jimmy's?
I'll have Jimmy's. on it.
You don't
Chocolate.
Like, you don't like the crunchies? You know,
I do.
Yeah.
I mean, they're not like really that big for me, but if they have them, then I'll take them.
Right? Won't say no to ice cream. A little bit of toppings on. I know
No.
that. I mean, look at
Can't
me.
go
There's a
wrong
lot of
with ice cream.
toppings.
No, you can't.
Right? Do you have another question off TikTok?
No, not.
That was cool that they chimed in and you got that in there. That was really cool.
Yeah, I was just like, feel free to comment any questions.
Right? Do you have another captain? I forgot to give another. Or is it just you?
He'll probably announce it when the season starts.
Gotcha.
But normally, like if there's been a captain like before and they've done like a good enough job, then he'll just, it's kind of like a given. Like he told me at the end of the season that I was going to be captain next year. So
Okay. And the girls know that.
yes.
Right.
Yeah.
So you talked about a little bit with the freshmen. You might get lucky and knock on fake wood that they'll step up and able to play at that pace because Division 1 or 2A or whatever you want to call it, it's fast, and you know
is.
that better than anybody.
Yes.
Do you have you saw some of these freshman girls? You probably know them from the neighborhood or in the area. Have you had a chance to look at them play middle school ball? Do you go down there and maybe check out the potential help for next year?
Yeah, I mean, I try to see the young talent as
Yeah.
much as I can. Obviously, like, I'm busy and stuff, but I try to see, like, what, like, for last year, the incoming freshmen, like, I kind of knew some of them, and I try to see, like, how they were doing, and stuff. I feel like one of the reasons why we also struggled in some games was because we were so young. We only had one senior. So I feel like just trying to see them and then just see like what they can do to like improve and stuff for the season.
Is it fair to say that you believe that cardio is real important for a freshman or sophomore to stay at that high pace?
Yes.
And how do you take it? How do you do that to get your cardio going?
I mean, I just try to do like workouts in the off season. I also play like soccer, so.
Oh, you play soccer too?
Yeah, so that's definitely gets you in shape.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, so.
That's a lot of running.
That is a lot of running. That's why I'm a fan. Go, Kate. Go, Kate, go. Look to your left, look to your right. Oh, boy.
Yeah.
Let's go. You play soccer. Do you play any other sports besides soccer? Of course, obviously basketball. Have you tried anything like girls lacrosse?
I tried lacrosse my freshman year, and then I had to quit the next 2 years because of my AU schedule. It just wasn't going to work. But I think my senior year I'm going to play lacrosse again.
You're going to play lacrosse again?
Yeah, because AU, obviously, like, it stops after
junior. 16U. Do they have 18U, though? I thought they had 18U.
I think it goes to 7.
I do not know.
I think it goes to, like, 17.
Is it?
Yeah. Actually, it's probably 18. I think it is 18.
I thought they went, like, every 2 year, every second birthday, 14U, 16U, I don't know. Yeah. But trust me, your parents will find out if they have one. Yeah, because the reason why I brought up cardio, and I just think, especially coming from your input, and we have a lot of listeners listening, and and especially back listening on the website back at home, back home, and the little girls that are listening. I think it's so important for them to get your input. How important it is to get your wind ready to run, especially when it's hot, because I get a feeling we're going to have an Indian summer, so it's going to get hot in those gyms.
Yes. I mean, the big thing for me was I just didn't want the reason for me to be taken out of games to be because I was tired, because I couldn't, I was tired, I couldn't run anymore. So that's why I really tried to work on my cardio, so that wouldn't be the reason why a coach would take me out of a game.
Right. That's a smart person. It's funny. I know before we were talking about a couple of years ago, and I'll touch on this real fast, when we were doing the boys basketball player of the year, I was doing a game at Brockton, and Karen Montero, he's now playing for the University of Pittsburgh football, and he's like, Mr. Damiano, he's taking me out again. I'm like, that's because you're huffing and puffing. So all of a sudden, he stopped doing that. He got more cardio in, and it's not like, I didn't do nothing. I just wanted to see you have fun, kid, because I know you can play the game. All right, so we're ready to go, sir?
Yeah.
All right, we're going to step away. We can play another soundbite. This is from one of the games I was able to cover with Brockton, when Catherine took her team into Brockton High School. You are listening to 4 Deep Sports Talk here on the news station, 1320 AM WARA. And if you want to call in, we get back and talk to Kat Cheeseborough, 508-222-1320. We'll be back with her and more right after this.
Hey, welcome back to 4 Deep Sports Talk here at 1320 AM WARA. We are continuing our interview with Girls Basketball Player of the Year, Kat Cheesebro. And I got some more questions on TikTok. I don't know what kind of question this is, but who would playing basketball in the pool improve playing or passing?
The heck kind of question is that?
I don't know.
I know.
I'm really not sure.
I mean, neither. What do they call that? Water polo or something like that? Something,
Hey,
right?
Water polo. I think whoever asked
I mean,
that
thank
question.
you for the question, but I think
It's a very creative question, but
Whoever
I'm not
whoever
sure.
asked that question, I think you're referring to water polo.
or something like that. I mean, I could see if you're playing with your friends and you get the time and you get the hoops, you still have to get the conditioning in to get there.
for sure.
I got a hoop in my pool, and I'm pretty lethal. So.
You're dangerous.
Yeah.
Are you the next Cat Cheeseboro? Is that what you're telling us?
I might be.
What do you got for another question?
Nothing else.
Oh, okay. I guess I could see this, the therapy, because a lot of people do the water therapy, like when they, you know what I mean, for the resistance and stuff
Yeah, like
against your
ice
own body.
baths or
Yeah,
something.
exactly. I could see that.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I thought he was talking about I thought he was going to say, when's the next barbecue over Cat Cheeseboro's house? We're going to play water basketball, and I don't know. That's crazy.
There's another question. Somebody asks, "Is your major kinesiology? What is that?"
Kinesiology. I don't know. I have no idea. I think I'm glad you mispronounced the word, but I don't know what they're talking about.
No, I don't think I'm gonna be going towards that. I want to go towards engineering.
What is
Oh,
that?
okay.
Do you know what that is?
I actually don't know what that
Yeah,
is.
me neither.
Kinesiology.
I think that's what it is.
Yeah.
Kinesiology.
I don't know what it
I don't
is.
know. Yeah, I don't know.
As long as you don't get after you after saying it, we're good. Yeah. Right? As long as we don't get the boot. So let's talk a little bit about that. I know we're going into our third quarter, our third part of this hour. Again, awesome to see you. Thank you for taking the time, because I know you just got over getting sick, and I appreciate that. And
Thank
God
you.
knows your father's probably sick of seeing my text messages and stuff. So let's talk about your future. I mean, you're not sure. I don't want to put words in your mouth, but you're not sure about playing ball.
Yeah.
You want to focus on your major. That's another big mature thing to do. I know I'd be like I said in the hallway, I would be like, "Oh, I'm playing Division I. Who wants me? What color? What is either going to be a purple shirt or a green shirt? You know, one of those." But so right now you're undecided,
Yes.
correct? And you want to take what?
I'd want to see the opportunities with basketball, see what it gives, and then just make my decision off of that.
Not to talk to you as a fan, but I think you're going to get. I mean, all three of us are fans of you and what you bring to the court, and as a person, I have a feeling you're going to get a lot of decent opportunities. Just off you, probably. What's your GPA, if you don't mind me asking?
It's a 4.2.
Well, it's only a 4.2.
Wow.
That's
It's
almost
only-
4.2.
She could get a scholarship just in academics alone,
That's so impressive.
right?
Playing soccer and basketball,
Right.
and wanting to play lacrosse, and having a 4.2. That's so
Exactly.
impressive.
Don't ask me what my GPA was. Congratulations. That's
Thank
so
you.
cool.
Thank
That
you.
is cool. What's your favorite subject in school?
I have to say math or science. Math, science
Yeah.
person. So.
Science, because you like the way things evolve, or what type of science?
I like chemistry.
Nice.
I will say, yeah, really that, and then biology too.
Nice.
So, yeah.
Right, so are you thinking of becoming maybe a nurse or something?
I have thought about it.
They make good money.
I know. I think I want to do a type of engineering. I think I want to go towards like biomedical. I want to work with
nice.
prosthetics and stuff like that.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow, that's pretty cool.
So kind of like the medical field, but
Right.
not exactly.
So you want to be on the outside inventing stuff so people can either walk,
Yes. Yeah.
write, or do something, make it a lot easier
Yeah.
for them. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's awesome. I'm sure that's a lot of math and science, though.
It is. It definitely is.
God knows in 10 years she might be inventing something for me to walk. Right? So my back doesn't get any better. That's crazy. Do we have another question on TikTok? No.
No.
And we want to thank those people actually asking us questions as Cat Cheese Bros. And I actually said it right this time. I didn't say Kate. I said Cat.
Yeah.
All right, because I don't want Casey to get all over me again. 508-222-1320. Catherine Cheesebro. She's the 2023-24 Girls Basketball Player of the Year, and she's only a junior. And I'm not saying that she's going to win it again, but I get a feeling she's going to want to win it again. Just
I do. I definitely do.
She wants to come back for some more lasagna and some more steak tips.
Back to back.
Right? It's possible. I mean, right now, unless there's someone in the Bay State Conference in the Hawk, I mean, I know she went against the girl in Foxborough. I'm trying to think the other two people she went against as far as voting. But once everyone saw your stats, like I remember we were joking outside before the show, it was just so awesome in your God-willing ability to play the game at such a high level as a junior made you stand out to the committee.
Thank you.
You know, oh, you're welcome. Not telling just the truth. I mean, if I had something bad to say, I wouldn't say it now. But but you know, your parents would have caught you up anyway. So how many? Let's do this before I forget, if you don't mind. Let's give a shout out to your teammates. When we'll go whatever, just so we can't say you won't get in trouble to say you didn't mention them.
Yes.
And so let's get that done before I forget.
Okay. Yeah, I just want to thank my AAU teammates because they're the ones that really like push me. They're obviously very good, very talented. They really push me to work hard. And then my teammates from Dartmouth, they always like. I mean, I've grown up with those girls, so it's kind of nice to have a support system within your hometown.
Now, how about could you help us out, and we'll start with the Dartmouth team and maybe mention some of the players?
Yeah, I'd like to thank Haley Martin. She was the senior captain last year, and then Remy Barber, Kate Sullivan, Kaylin Zuber. Honestly, everyone, Lily Ganji too. Kind of like starting five was very close. And we really gelled together, so that was good.
Any other junior players you want to get out there? I don't want to see you get in trouble in school when you go back and you mention their names.
Yeah, we only had 3 juniors on the team this year, so it was me, and then Remy, and then Kate. So.
Any freshmen?
Yeah, it was Remy's sister, Lindsay Barber, and then Skylar Floyd was also. So
that there. Covers in the coaching staff?
Yes, Ryan Jalber, and then it was Miles Linhairs, and then Shane Fennessy.
And who was that trainer? Can't forget the trainer.
Oh, it was Kathy.
Nice.
Kathy, yeah, she does a really good job.
See that? We got her out of trouble. Now we'll say they can't mention it. She did not forget about anybody.
Yeah, yes. I know.
508-222-1320. The girls basketball player of the year here in 2023-24, which I personally thought she stood out even as a sophomore. I think you scored 575 points this year. I know you got 14 or a high 1475.
Yeah, I think
something like that as far as total points. I mean, she's right there to score 2,000. Did you break the school record already?
The school record was set by Jessica Gasper,
yep.
And she has 18. I think she's like mid 1800s. So. That's kind of a individual goal for this upcoming season, hopefully to break that. Right,
but you're a team player, so if you get it, you get it. If you don't, as long as the team succeeds.
I'd rather make a deep run in playoffs and win than have like a good individual stat.
Right. You're the type of person that strikes me that you don't think of it like that. You're just trying to get as the great. I'm not sure I get the NBA guy's name right. Bob Cousy used to say, "You're just trying to get the basketball in the cylinder as many times as you have the ball in your hand." I remember watching one of those shows. He was on Blue Chip, and he was the athletic director, and he was one of those basketball movies like, "But that's the name of the game. Put the basketball in the cylinder." I'm like, I guess he's right. That's all you got to do.
That's true.
Right. So you're healthy now, thank God. You're trying to get something going with the girls. Hopefully in that your neighbor's backyard, indoors with pizza and stuff like that. I mean, there's no reason why you can't do that. I mean, if you're just horsing around with your friends.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? What's the MIA going to bring an investigation squad to this woman's house, knock on the door?
No. As long as no like coaches are like organizing anything, then it doesn't.
Exactly.
That's the only thing. Like no coaches.
Right.
To organize, but.
And you must have heard that 1,000 times.
Yes.
You're right. Coaches, blah, 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 and the coaches know. I would be doing that in a heartbeat. Did you guys do that at BR when you guys skated?
We just had captain's practice.
What about before that? Did you do anything?
No, because it was hard to get, like, ice time for a team. It's hard to...
Oh, especially at the Bridgewater Ice Arena, yeah.
It's probably easier for basketball. I mean, you can just go to the local courts and find a hoop. But for hockey, it's like, where are you going to find someone with an ice rink?
And you have to, like, reserve time and stuff like that.
Yeah, and pay crazy money per hour.
Yeah.
Right.
Do you guys have, like, captain's practice and stuff like that?
We actually don't. That's why we try to do it in the summer and stuff like that. And then, I guess you could say it's like a captain's practice, but, like, right after fall sports, because a lot of people play fall sports on our team. We try to have like shoot-arounds and stuff like that, but it's just kind of tough because it goes right from like fall and then it's a little bit of time and then it's straight into basketball.
Yeah, right. That's crazy.
Do a lot of people on your team play multiple sports?
Yes, we're definitely well-rounded. We don't have, I don't think anyone actually on our team just plays basketball.
Mm-hmm.
We have a lot of multi-sport athletes on our team.
Nice.
Yeah. How do you go about managing? So you said you played soccer. In high school, you play soccer still?
Mm-hmm.
And basketball, and now you want to do lacrosse.
Yeah, hopefully senior year it works out.
How do you have time for everything? How do you have time for all this?
I don't know. I feel like just go to school and then usually just have like soccer or basketball or something like that, and then AAU after it, basically.
And
she's never home.
And maintain a 4.2 GPA.
And, right? Exactly. I bet her room's clean, though.
Time management. Time management was a big thing.
Oh, my God, yeah. Sure. That's a big lesson at a young age to learn, because your parents probably put responsibilities on you. They want to see you achieve. And
they talk about that all the time, time management.
Right.
So.
Well, that's good. How are we doing for time, sir?
We got about 50 seconds left.
50 seconds. So I'm going to stretch this out as we get ready to go into our last highlight of Catherine Cheeseborough. You are listening. I'm going to try to do it as slow as I can. 4 Deep Sports Talk here on the news station, 1320 AM WARA, and online, all one word, 4deepsportstalk.com. You can call when we get back at 508-222-1320. We have the distinct privilege. We have the 2023-24 Girls Basketball Player of the Year, Catherine Cheeseborough. We'll be back with her to finish up this hour right after this. Hey, welcome back. You are listening to 4 Deep Sports Talk here on the news station, and we do have a caller. Caller, you're on the line.
Hey, good afternoon, everybody.
Good afternoon, young man.
How are you?
We're making it. You know, I have the privilege. I'm across from one of the best high school basketball players I've seen in a long time. So I'm having a good day.
I'm very impressed with her and her. I was very impressed and meeting her and her parents at the awards dinner. And I just wanted to ask her if the other like the football teams came out to support them during their games.
Yeah, I mean, we've had a lot of support for our bigger games, and definitely in playoffs we got a lot of support. A lot of the school was there, and it was nice to finally like get that for girls basketball and girls sports in general.
Well, that's great. Congratulations, and have a good summer.
Thank you so much.
Lou, thank you for the call. Tell the missus we said hello when we miss her.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. So now just hit drop and then come down in the line. And there you go. Yeah, that was his first call ever.
Yep.
Really?
Yeah, taking the call. That was really cool.
All by myself.
508-222-1320. I showed him before, but unless you like a couple shows get us by, the poor kid didn't have a chance. He's like, what the heck is the fat guy talking about? I don't know what you're talking.
I can't see the answer button because it's covered
Right,
by this.
exactly.
I was like freaking out.
What's that?
Can you stop calling yourself fat?
Oh, I am fat. That's why I'm hiding behind this bed right here. Like, I'm good from almost from the torso up, but, it's a little half between. 508-222-1320. The girls' basketball player of the year is in Catherine Cheeseborough from Dartmouth High School. As we talked about her season, she had a chance to mention all her teammates. I like the idea about the camaraderie you have with the other teams. That's really cool. They're all green and white, and they're there. You see that a lot with good structured schools. I mean, he used to do it when the basketball team played. They'd fill up the bleachers and, the silly chants, you can't do that, stuff like that. You know what I mean, but it's a lot of fun. So we talked about the work ethic, and can you just refresh my memory? What did you want to work on coming into your, or what do you, maybe I didn't say it, what do you want to work on going into your senior season? If I'm repeating the question, I apologize.
Yeah, I would say the main thing I want to work on is my three-point shot. I feel like I've developed a good mid-range game. I penetrate to the hoop well.
Yep.
I feel like a lot of teams are going to be playing zone, so the perimeter is going to be open, and if I can just have a consistent three-point shot, then I don't really shoot a lot right now, a lot of three-pointers, but I feel like that's definitely a part of my game where I can get points off of that.
So are you going to rent out your neighbor's backyard court so you can work on that? Or?
Yeah, actually, before each game, I'd go there and shoot for like 45 minutes.
That's really
and before
cool.
we had to be at the gym or be at the bus just to get some shots up before we warm up, stuff like that.
So what's your? I know Coach probably has something set for you at Dartmouth as far as getting your range down from downtown. Do you have any ideas and drills you want to run that you've seen work? I mean, you see, what's her name? Caitlin Clark. She does, I want to call it the give and go. Bang, she hits a pass, and wherever she is on the top of the key, she just lets it go. Is that something, is that the rhythm you want?
Yeah, I want to be able to have a consistent, good rhythm shot. I feel like just being able to pass and then go to an open spot and then catch and shoot quickly, definitely quick release is going to be big with a lot of the pressure that I'm going to be getting by the other team.
Right. And then you can always fake them out.
Yeah.
God knows you have the ability to do that. Oh, boy. How we were doing good? We get 12 something, sir?
Yeah, it's 12:53.
Nice. So we'll do it we'll do it 12:50 now. We're holding the spot, right?
Yep.
All right. Again, 508-222-1320. Again, I want to thank you for coming on. I'm glad you're feeling better. This is so cool. How about fundraisers? I think we talked a little bit before we went on the air what the team might do to try to raise money, because it does cost to get the uniform sometimes. And
yeah, we do almost it's through this website, and we kind of just ask if people can make donations.
Nice.
And stuff, either family, we kind of send a link out, we post it on our social media, and a lot of people usually don't. We've raised a lot of money just by doing that, and that's allowed us we're able to pay for summer league, so everyone can just go and play, which is huge, because I feel like a lot of kids would kind of debate playing if they had to pay for it, so that's huge. And then we get new warm-ups and stuff like that each year. Now,
being a senior, coming into your senior year, what advice, as you reflect on your 3 years, you could give the freshmen and the transfers and the sophomores? If you could give them any advice as you go into this next season, what would it be?
I would probably say just you have to work hard. You can't expect something just to be given to you. Just because you might think you're better than someone. If you're not working hard in practice, then the coach, especially Coach Jalbert, he really looks at that. He looks to see how hard you're working, if you're doing things in the off season. So if you're not doing those things, then you can't expect to be consistent in the basketball game. You can't expect to play that much. Right. So really just try to keep working hard.
There you go. Let's keep any more cleaner than that. I mean, that's down to earth. You ever think about writing a book or something, or a novel on your high school history? Because you're really well spoken as a young lady, and you're
if I liked English more, then
oh yeah,
yes,
I know, right? Well, now they get that new software, you can just talk into it.
That's true.
Hi, I'm Dominic. I played hockey. Are we good? We good, sir, for time?
Yeah, we're good.
12:56.
12:56.
I just want to make sure we get that last
Yeah,
clip
yeah.
in, because that would be really cool to finish up the hour and the little highlight reel we made for you. You can see it on our YouTube page, Forward Deep Sports Talk, and you'll see Cam has it highlight Kate Cheeseborough. I missed it. I got the second time. I mumbled it. I swear to God. Cat Cheeseborough's highlight. Again, want to call him before we finish this hour, 508-222-1320. And you already mentioned we're not sure about the captains yet. Well, you're one.
Yeah.
Do you think that will, once you get the other captain, then you think you can try to get like all the girls are doing other stuff, but maybe start doing a little, some fun together with the other girls?
Yeah, I feel like it'll be easier to organize something like that once we know the other captain or captains.
Do you think it'll be 3 or 2?
It could be 3.
Right. Are you
It could
hoping
be
for 3, or do you care?
Yeah, I don't really mind. As long as everyone's bringing something to the table with it, then I don't really care how, like, the amount of captains there are.
I was just curious. Sometimes people can be like, well, if there's 2, there's 3. But the good thing is you have a lot of great, not just players, but it seems like you have a lot of great people, athletes, young adults, I should say, in your group. You have to work, because sometimes you got to worry about, well, this one speaks to one of this, you worry about stuff like that, because
Yeah.
you don't want to get off the track of you're getting ready for high school basketball, and it's not about the one person, it's about the team. And sometimes I think that happens when you have a captain that might be a little bit over rambunctious, maybe. I don't know if that's
Yeah,
a proper word.
I feel like who he's looking at, because we've kind of discussed a little bit, me and Coach Jalbert, I feel like whoever it would be, we all kind of complement each other well. So I feel like it'd be a good group going to next season.
All right, so we're ready.
Yeah, 12:57.
Okay, so we are going to step with this. We hope you enjoyed this hour of 4 Deep Sports Talk, and we had the distinct privilege of highlighting the 2023-24 4 Deep Sports Talk Girls Basketball Player of the Year, Catherine Cheeseborough from Dartmouth High School. As we finish up, you can listen to this highlight reel we put together for Cat Cheeseborough. Hit the button, right? Turn up some more.